What's up, everyone? Mitchell J, the Scaredy Cat Guide, and I just want to talk about why we generally want to trade in the direction of the trend. Also, I want to give an example of a entry signal on the bullish U-turn pattern and example of when it works and when it doesn't. Because the reality is, entry signals aren't 100%. In the end, trading is probabilities. You look for patterns that generally work out a certain direction more often than not, the majority of the time, which means sometimes they don't. So that is the case of what I'm going to show you in Bitcoin, and then I'm going to show you something different in Litecoin. You'll see we have Bitcoin on the chart here, and this is the daily chart. As you can see, descending channel that I've had drawn for some time. We've seen some bullish U-turn patterns within this, but I'll show you the last one. It's circled here. So we had a down move, and then essentially we got a reversal candle. Trade through the prior low, close above, gives us our green light, get in on this open the green candle, and you can see we didn't get any follow through. I mean, generally you're looking for at least here at a minimum, but really, the next top as your profit target, and it just collapsed. We bounced off the 200-day, rallied back into the channel, so looked like a decent trade. But in the end, we're still going against what the overall trend is. So you need to be nimble when you do this. As you can see, boom, broke down. And this is why you must have your stop loss established before you enter the trade. The reason I love the bullish U-turn pattern so much is because the exit is so clean and defined. It is the low of the confirmation candle. So, it was, 7,540 was the low of this candle, of this reversal candle. So as soon as we broke that, boom, you get out and you see, it's dropped almost 1,500 points since then. So if you didn't get out, you'd be taking even a bigger loss now. This is why we set stop losses, especially when you're trading against the trend, which in the end, really you shouldn't even do. If you're just actively investing and you're not trading like every day, I wouldn't even try and get long right now. I'd wait until we see a reversal in the overall pattern. But if you are trading and looking to be nimble, that's what you have to be, nimble. Not all the patterns are going to work, and you have to have your stop loss. And at the same time, even if this thing did bounce, I would have been taking profits at 11, 12K here because I can't expect a huge follow through the way it's going. So let's take a quick look at Litecoin. Litecoin, a little bit of a different story here. So same thing, it's been in a descending channel, and it got a better U-turn pattern in that we had 4 straight down days, reversal candle, same thing, traded through the low, rallied, and then we got to move up towards the top of the channel. Now here's my thing. All right, looking at the prior high for a profit target, that's up here around 189, 190. Not really. Why? Because we're trending down, and the top of the ascending channel actually is lower than that. We're looking at $1.75, $1.76. So I actually traded this. I got in on the open of the green candle after the confirmation of the pattern on the prior reversal candle. And I was looking to get into these lows because like this little hiccup here, I was looking for us to get there. So right there into the lows of these days. And if I could get that profit, I would take it. The ratio was good enough. So I actually banged out here about $1.65. It ended up actually pushing up to $1.75 and almost touching this descending channel top line. And then boom, we've pulled back. What's the difference though compared to Bitcoin? Litecoin's been holding up better in that it has not broken this prior low. So if you got into this trade, it's actually still active right now. You're just waiting to see what happens. You stop out down here at, what is this? Basically $100. The problem is though, what's your profit target now? Because you got this descending channel line, so now you need to break the channel line for you to really basically make money, unless you're looking for it to basically bounce back up to about 160, which is basically the prior top now. So this is tough. And this is probably why, if you're not actively trading, pretty much every day, why you're better off not even getting involved when you see this in terms of, getting in on the long side. Now, obviously, it'd be great to short, but if you're in the U.S., not really an option. Those outside of the U.S. can short. I know like Bitfinex and some of the other exchanges give you the ability to short. I love to be able to do that because there were some clear signals. I probably would have shorted up here for a trade and Honestly, would have missed out on a lot of profits because I would have got out at the channel line. But this thing had a huge spike. Um, but anyway, it is what it is. So obviously, I'm trying to be nimble in terms of quick trades on the long side right now while we're in the descending channel because I know that I am fighting the current. And you have to be aware of what's going on. This is why we use time frame analysis and we look at the daily and even the weekly to see what the overall trend of a crypto is, and then try and trade in that direction. And if we're not, you have to be super careful and super nimble. I don't suggest doing it for people that are not super active and experienced. But when you do, the trades have to be tight, essentially. Like you got to keep your eye on them. So not just for casual investing. So that is the deal, and we will see. I mean, Bitcoin's still taking it on the chin. We have some support down here around 58, 56. So we'll see if that ends up being the bottom. I don't know. I mean, we're at 62.5 now. I can't believe actually it's. I mean, I figure at this point, I feel like they're trying to shake everybody because we're through the 200-day moving average. We're through this long-term trend line that was a normal, reasonable, orderly trend line before we went stupid here. Everyone was so excited about this, and I wasn't. I was actually mad when this happened to an extent because I'm like, great, I know what's going to happen is we're going to blow off, and at some point we're going to have a nasty pullback. The problem is we're pulling back even further than I thought. I mean, I thought, boom, stay with this channel. Maybe we're at the top of it. Maybe we're at the bottom of it. In bad, worst case scenarios, now we're overshooting. But hey, I guess if it overshot this way, it can overshoot on the downside. So we shall see what happens. I'm hoping that we get a clear reversal soon. So far, the last one, two have failed miserably. So we'll see what happens. But until then, I will keep my eye on the crypto market. So see you then. Take care. Hey guys, just one more quick note. This is the cryptocurrency course I created under my Scaredy Cat Guide brand, and this essentially shows you how to do everything I'm doing in these videos. You'll see I listed on the slide the three videos and what we cover. So support and resistance, candlestick patterns, multiple time frame analysis. Really, that is all you need to actively invest or even actively trade cryptocurrency. So I'll put a link in the video notes to that. You are welcome to check it out. All right, see you soon.